Hey, 3-on-3 basketball players, today I'm going to give you some fantastic 3-on-3 basketball plays that you can run and I know are going to absolute kill it this year in 3-on-3 basketball. Let's get down to the clipboard. Let's check these out. Okay, so in this first play, what we're going to have is player 3 set a screen in the high post for player 2. Player 2 is going to do a high cut across the key. Player 1 is going to dribble out towards this right side. Now, if that works, if player 2's defender gets stuck on that screen, player 2 blue is going to have an easy layup on that right side. If not, and he's covered, he's going to clear out towards that right side. And now we're going to have player 3 turn and set a screen for player 1. Player 1 is going to use that screen. He could attack that net. If this player comes over to help out, then he could kick it out. That's one option. Another option is, if there's a switch, player 3 could roll towards the basket and get himself an easy layup. Now, continuing through, let's say there was no switch, and now you just basically want to set screens to try and get each other open. That's the end of this play. So at this point, we can have, for example, player 3 set a back screen on player 2 who could be open for a layup, who could then come up and set a screen for player 1. Always looking for different options to try and score. Try and set as many screens and off-ball screens as possible. Because even though 3-on-3 basketball is still not a full 5-on-5 game, you still want to try and set a lot of off-ball and on-ball screens to try and get yourself open, another teammate open, or the ball handler open for a shot or a layup. Even though you may run through a play, setting screens regularly is going to help you win no matter what. Now this second play, what we're going to have is player 2 setting a screen down for player 3, and player 3 has an option. He can pop out for a 3-point shot, and if he does, and he's open, hit him up with that 3-point shot. If he's not, and he knows that he's not, and his man is trailing him, he needs to go up and set a screen, and player 2 needs to get out of that key. At this point, player 3 is going to be setting a screen on player 1, and player 1 is going to use that screen. He can attack the rim, possibly draw in a help defender to kick it out for a 3, or there could be a switch, and then player 3 could roll towards the basket for a layup. So there's a couple of options there. Now this next play is actually starting with 2 post defender or 2 post players. Now what we're going to be starting with is player 3 setting a screen on player 2 who's going to be cutting towards the high post. If he's open, this could be a nice easy mid-range shot. If that's not open and his player follows him, player 3 is going to get out of the way. Player 2 is going to continue on out towards the opposite side of player 1, who is going to be then setting that screen, and player 1 taking that shot or driving towards the basket. If that's open, that's a great option. Player 2 may also roll towards the basket, which is what I would want to see after that screen, and if he's open, he can take that layup. If he's not open and he's covered, we're going to have a back screen away for player 3, who's going to come through towards the high post for that shot. Now this fourth play is a nice quick one. This is almost like a start of a horns type offense, but we're going to have player 2 set a screen across. Player 1 is going to be dribbling out towards this left side to create some space for passing, and player 3 is going to be cutting towards the rim, where we're going to be passing player 3 the ball for the layup. And if that's not an option and his player followed him, what I want to see happen now is player 2 to roll towards the basket and player 3 to set up a screen in the low post, and now player 2 is going to pop out for a 3-point shot. Now in this fifth and final 3-on-3 basketball play that I'm going to show you, we're going to have a player starting in the post and a player starting out on the wing. We're going to have player 3 set a back screen on player 2. Player 2 is going to be cutting across the key. If he's open anywhere in this area, we need to try and hit him up. And if possible, we can hit him up in this area here so that he can finish for a layup. However, if that's not an option and his player followed him, what I want to see is player 2 to continue out towards that far side and player 3 to pop up. And now player 1 is going to use that screen and roll, and player 1 could attack the rim, take a shot, or pass to player 3 for a layup. Another thing that could happen is if he passes to player 3, this could drop down a help defender, which would be a kick out for a 3-point shot. I hope that these 5 basketball plays and that screen tactic that I explained to you earlier helps you win more games. If it does, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time. Of course, if you feel like supporting this channel, go check out my merch down below, and of course, that helps a ton, and I hope that you enjoy the merch as well. I'll see you guys again next time.